Good morning, everyone. Dr. Vicky here, speaking to you from the Seeds, a Transformation Healing Center. Today is Thursday, April 25th, and the moon is in... Sorry. What are you doing, Charlie? Moon is in Scorpio. Look at you. You're a mess. You're all dirty. Kids. The moon does shift later tonight at 9:38 p.m. here on the East Coast of the U.S. Into Sag. And whenever the moon slips into Sag, there is a lifting and optimism and a sense of understanding, perhaps, and a sense of relief, because we have moved through that Scorpio moon, which is always intense, and always in its way willing to get to the bottom of a situation. It's sort of bottom line energy, right? Scorpio. And so getting to the bottom of situations, getting to the bottom of our feelings, issues that we will confront. And today, for the most part, the moon is in Scorpio. So we continue to confront issues that we may be having, and not just issues that we have in our own life and with each other, but also issues in the political life, in the political arena, in the world stage, right? And we can see that happening with more and more protests at colleges around the Israeli-Gaza situation. I just was listening to Bernie Sanders in the Senate. I think it was yesterday he made this speech. If you have an opportunity, check it out. He talks about what's going on in Gaza and how many Americans support the war, or support continuing to arm Israel without any constraints on it. Like, we'll give you this as long as you don't use it for this. Like, that's not a thing, right? Okay. So these are the kind of things that we may come to an awareness around today. Part of that is because the moon in Scorpio opposes Uranus and Jupiter. Uranus and Jupiter just made that conjunction in Taurus. A awakening of sorts, a spiritual awakening around issues of life, Taurus. Food, Taurus. Shelter, Taurus. Essential needs, Taurus. We also have Mercury stationing direct today in Aries. I think it's at 16 degrees of Aries where it turns around. It's been retrograde since the 1st of April because the universe seems to have a sense of humor. April Fool's Day, Mercury goes retrograde in Aries. And it was at the end of Aries, so it had spent quite a bit of time in Aries already. Oh, that was a hummingbird. Did you see that? Ooh, the hummingbirds are out. I had to get the hummingbird feeder. That was a reminder to enjoy the moment. Be in joy. I know I'm saying a lot of terrible things this morning, and that might put you in a bad mood, and it's not my intention. It is a day of awareness with these oppositions of the moon to Jupiter and Uranus, to what's happening. Jupiter far away, Uranus blowing things up, right? Also a raising in consciousness. And Mother Nature says, don't forget to extract the beauty and the nectar from life. Love it. And that was a little male, a ruby-throated hummingbird. Uh, yesterday, I was getting off subject, but maybe this is a good thing right now. Yesterday, Michael and I were driving to the bank, and we're driving down the road, and on the side of the road, a woman was walking a little, we thought it was a stuffed animal. It was so little and so fluffy, but it was like a little baby, it looked like a Siberian husky baby. Oh my God, it was so cute. We both were like, ah! And then, of course, we started thinking about dogs. So, oh dear. Anywho, and puppies and the like. But those moments, right? Those moments, those like, oh, look at that puppy, he's so cute moments. And look at that hummingbird moments. Woo, what was that? Oh, what's that bird song? Well, look at this flower that's coming up. The wonder that's around us. Why do we waste our time on hurting each other? Why do we waste our time on these silly religious bull dinky? We are one, people. What happens to the least of us? To the orphan in Gaza? To the concert goer in Israel? To the girl whose hair is askew under her hijab in Iran? In children and women who were living in toxic environments in Africa just to make enough money to feed their families, and in the process being exposed to chemicals that will ultimately kill them and make them sick. Who does that benefit? How many television sets do we need? What do we need? This is Taurus, guys. This is part of that realization about essential needs. What do you truly need? How much do you really need? There are people with 3 and 4 and 5 houses, and if you're lucky enough to have 3 and 4 and 5 houses, well, God bless you. But how many houses do you need? Now, I'm not saying anybody here has that. I can't imagine. I'm just trying to, keep my own house here. Take care of it, make it pretty. Our values are not ours, of course, not yours and mine. I know I'm preaching to the choir here. It's time to wake up, right? Mercury going direct is going to help us to move forward on our ideas. The North Node is in Aries, with Chiron in Aries. In a couple of days, Mars is going to move into Aries. But first it has to make a conjunction to Neptune. And that's the start of a 2-year synodic cycle that hopefully can bring compassion and aid to those who need it. Bring that energy forward. The moon today also makes a trine to Mars and to Neptune, bringing home that energy of feeling and emotion and compassion, and a real look at what's going on, a real hard look at the reality of the situation, which is what the moon in Scorpio can help us do. Confront the unconfrontable. What can we do? We can put our energy where it's best served, not in fighting, but in aiding and helping. Perhaps aiding and abetting love and compassion. Maybe it's going to give your time to a political person who shares your views, or donating to a campaign, or feeding the hungry, or working towards making the world a better place by planting more flowers so more bees can thrive. There are so many ways. It's not hard, guys. It's not hard. All right. I probably shouldn't have watched Bernie Sanders before I did this, but I did. Have yourself a wonderful day. It looks like it's going to be a beauty here today. It is quite cold, though, right now. Looks like it's about 40, and I'm out here in my jammy jams with a little sweater on and my Birkenstocks with no socks. But for you guys, thank you so much for sharing your mornings with me. I really do enjoy this, and I really enjoy showing off my yard, especially now that it's not just sticks. Much love, everyone. Have a great day. Do something kind for yourself and do something kind for someone else. Much love. Namaste.